What's the deal? Welcome back to the Smoking Buzz channel. This is the Wake and Bake podcast, episode
Yeah.
Dose, season 2. You know what I'm saying? And joined as always with me is my right hand man, Jay Will. What's the deal, good brother?
What's good, man? What's up with you, bro?
I can't call it. I can't call it. And if I ain't say shit, I am your host, New Jersey
Mm,
Preem. As you guys can see, New Jersey Preem. You feel me? We repping the soil a lot
yeah.
today. A lot today.
Mm-hmm.
How you feeling, bro? How you feeling?
I'm straight, bro, man. Ready to get on this double header we got today. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah,
A
hell
lot,
yeah. Your
lot of
boys,
content.
your boys putting out some work today. Y'all make sure y'all stay on the lookout. We got an interview that's on the way with Jose Slick Perez, the creator and writer of Sons of Sins. I don't
Yeah.
My bro gotta show that, Joe. You wanna show that joint for the people
Oh
one
yeah,
time?
yeah. We gonna show that to him, man. Got the
You
book
know what I'm
right
saying?
here, man.
That is
We
the
got
author. He's the author of that book right there. That book
you know
right
what I
there,
mean?
which is also now a Tubi and Amazon Prime movie that you guys can go and check out right now for real.
Yeah, man. You go get the book
Word
right
has
now
it
on
around town that
Amazon.
bro. Word has it around town that bro actually working on part 2 to the movie and shit. So you got, you know what I'm saying? You
Mm.
guys make sure y'all tune in for that interview. We're gonna ask him some great
Yeah,
questions, and you guys get to ask some questions also. Make sure y'all put your questions in the comments down below for Jose Slick Perez. And y'all go over
word.
on Tubi and Amazon and watch Sons of Sins. Shout out to
For
Camden,
sure.
New Jersey, as always. CMD.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but we got a
So
show for you guys today, man. We got, of course, it's going to be a lot of sports related shit because we are in the middle. Look, we just got this week right here is the first quarter of the football season going and shit. You know what I'm saying? The first 4 weeks of
mm-hmm.
the season is going this week right here, and we got some teams. I think we got maybe 2 teams in the NFC that's vying to stay undefeated, and I believe those 2 teams are facing each other with the Eagles and the Buccaneers. So that should be a fun game to look out for this weekend. That's just something that just popped into my head. That wasn't even on the agenda. It's just something that just popped into my head. Like, oh, these motherfuckers is undefeated. We should mention that. But those 2 teams have an opportunity to go 4-0 to start the season. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and we're gonna get into this podcast. We're gonna start off though with our conversation about Shador Sanders and Deion Sanders. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to
Oh,
our coverage on Deion and Shador, especially Shador's draft process and his draft journey, everything that happens since and in between. We have been one of the podcasts that have been very loud and champion Shador in this process and supporting him in this process. And I feel like once you get new information, you are allowed to reevaluate the situation and then go accordingly, you know what I'm saying, based off the new information. So with the new
right.
information that was put out there was the Baltimore Ravens and the Philadelphia Eagles was ready to draft Shador Sanders. We don't know in what round because that
Right.
information wasn't divulged and shit. But we do know that those 2 teams was ready to draft Shador Sanders, and it's so funny because one of the teams that would have drafted him, Primetime had a particular quote that didn't sit right with me nor you, if I'm not mistaken. And shit,
Nope.
which was something to this extent right here. It says, "Why in the world would I go back up Lamar for 10 years? Who comes in with that type of mindset?" And then, as you guys can see, the Ravens wanted to draft Shador. The Ravens is not the only team, of course. The Eagles, like I said, wanted to draft Shador also. And shit. But what you think about that, bro? What you think about the fact that like what me and you was, like I said, champion Shador this whole time. We you know what I'm saying, kind of felt
Mm.
like he was getting a bad shake of things, and then come to find out, like, hey man, you had an opportunity to go to 2 winning franchises, and y'all decided not to do that thing, and then admitted to it too.
Well, you know what? So this is what I'll say, and this is why I think we didn't get a chance to talk. It's been a busy week, but so in some ways, I think Shador still did get um, not a short end of the stick, if you will, but
Right,
not as bad as we thought it was, right? Because we know the boy's not a fifth round pick talent,
right,
regardless. And it's so funny, like you said, you just put the quote what Deion was saying, why would he
yeah,
want to go back? Like, who has that mindset? Well, the
right,
thing is, I don't think most people have that mindset, right? You come from high school, you're a starter, college, you're probably a starter. I don't think anyone has the mindset if they want to be a backup. Like, I'm
right,
aspiring
yeah,
to be a backup. I think sometimes you have to change your mindset, right? That's what life is elevating is elevation growth. Sometimes you have to make the best of your situation.
no
And,
doubt,
and, and through that, your mindset will change. Sometimes you have to wait his next man up.
right,
I mean, it's always going to be one of those situations where you can be the man in high school, but your freshman year of college, you ain't about to probably play, bro. You're gonna sit
Right.
for a minute.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's just how it goes. And not for nothing, like in this league, like there's opportunities. So, for instance, like we talked about some years back, with people like Tom Brady. He, unfortunately, he got injured, and it was a backup, Matt Castle, I believe
Yeah.
his name was,
Matt Castle.
who actually came in, played well,
Mhm.
and maybe I want to say like the following season, he was he was somehow either through free agency or through a trade he was dealt to was Kansas City
Kansas City, yeah.
as the starting quarterback.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Who else? It was what's my other
Jimmy
guy's name?
Garoppolo is another one from Atlanta.
Jimmy.
I mean, from New England. Yeah.
Yeah. Now from was Matt Schaub from Atlanta.
Matt I was just about to say that. Shit, Ryan Flynn, or is it Matt Flynn? That was
Matt
in
Flynn, Green Bay.
Green Bay. And shit got the bag, and Russ took his job, but he still got that bag though.
Yeah. So basically, I'm saying that to say, you just have to. It's preparation. Wait on your time because you just never know when your time is going to come. We don't know if he's going to be maybe not, but pretty much just not good to the point where they're going to bench Joe Flacco. We don't know on top of him getting benched. We don't know if Dylan Gabriel gets hurt. And we just benched this guy. So it's like, you just never know where you can find your opportunity at. You know what I mean? I'm a Rams fan. I remember a time when Kurt Warner was our quarterback. He got hurt. Then we had another guy at the time. His name was Jamie Martin, who was our backup quarterback. He got hurt, and we ended up going with a third string guy by the name of Mark Bolger. And it's funny because that third string guy quarterback ended up getting a couple Pro Bowls, got a couple playoff wins, and he was a third string quarterback. I mean, I'm not saying he was a Hall of Famer, but his career, you never, who would have thought being a third string quarterback, you would have had, you would have been able to win Pro Bowl MVPs and even make it to one, and to eventually actually end up being the starting quarterback.
Prescott was a 4th round pick, came in 3rd on the depth chart. Both of the quarterbacks in front of him got injured, and he's been the starter ever since. So I mean, like just like you said, you never know. For one, you never know what can happen. You play both of those quarterbacks are mobile, running quarterbacks, more liable to get injured. So like, it's actually more of a chance for you to play than you sitting behind statue Joe Flacco. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not gonna put himself in too many positions to get hit for real. That's gonna be more so on his offensive line. Whereas though the guys like Lamar and Jalen, you know what I'm saying? And you mentioned this before when we talked about it, and I didn't want to steal your point, but I am going to. In the preseason, you would have had way more opportunities on those two teams because we know that those two guys are not going to play in the preseason.
Right. Exactly.
So we know that for a fact. And you would have just had the opportunity to grow. It's so funny. I was thinking about another player that we grew up on, and he was my quarterback for real, Tony Romo. Tony Romo sat on the bench for 4 seasons, and all he did was play in the preseason before Bill Parcells felt like he was good enough to start. I mean, Aaron Rodgers sat down for 4 seasons before, you know what I'm saying? And of course, yeah, he was backed up to an all-time great, but that was an Iron Man great. Brett Favre didn't miss games. You know what I'm saying? So you sat for a solid 3 years before you actually got that start in the 4th. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right, and that's the thing, right? We always talk about, and again, I don't want to, get too hard on go too hard on. Yeah, my bad. Go too hard on Shador and Deion. It's just a disagreement. I feel like because again, we can ring off guys who were perennial backups, right? We can go Gardner Minshew, we can go Tyrod Taylor. I mean, Ryan Fitzpatrick, for God's sakes, you know what I mean? I think it's just one of those things. You're going to get an opportunity, and it may be a small sample size, and it may come in spurts. But I think the thing is you have to show consistency. And again, if you go to Baltimore, more times than less, just being real, you're probably not going to dethrone Lamar Jackson as QB1 in Baltimore. But that's not saying that you can't go somewhere else. You dig what I'm saying? And
no
go
bullshit.
compete somewhere else.
Right.
That's just the spot you are. You're going to go get drafted. You never know what's going to happen. Contracts. Who knows? We almost thought Lamar was going to leave Baltimore before because of a contract situation. So you never know. I mean, look at they having quarterback issues right now in Miami. We don't know who the quarterback. I mean,
No
I
bullshit.
mean, I can't be too short to it, keeping it a buck.
No
But you know,
bullshit.
and again, if you're in a team like Philadelphia, you're in a team like Baltimore, you're going to get preseason looks. You're probably going to get some looks towards the end of the games. You know what I mean? Because these
That's another good
franchises, they're
point.
not.
Yeah.
If anything, they're trying to preserve their quarterbacks. You know, because these guys are making playoff runs. So at
Right.
times, they're going to feel comfortable putting you in there. And when you're in there, make the best of those opportunities every snap, every rep. You know what I mean? And these are winning teams. So guess what that means? You're going to get the looks. You
Right.
know what I mean?
No
It's no,
bullshit.
yeah, it's no different than like almost like the how like college football in some ways is played. Right? When you're a good team, that's why the good teams always get the best players. Yes, you're a really good high school player, 5-star recruit, 4-star recruit, whatever. You're going to sit on the bench voluntarily because I know this team is going to play way into January and February.
Right.
You know what I mean? Throughout
Right.
the college football playoffs, and it just it makes sense. Versus
But it's also if you're gonna go somewhere and sit on the bench, why not go to a better franchise? Why not go to a
mm-hmm.
franchise that's actually ran well and actually care about their players' success? If you go to, in my opinion, two of the best ran franchises in the NFL in Baltimore and Philadelphia and shit, you would probably have a better chance to be in the starter quarterback in the league earlier than going to Cleveland in any capacity, in my opinion, for real. Unless you starting in Cleveland,
Right.
you have a better chance of being a starter quarterback anywhere in the NFL if you went to those two teams because of the reputation that those teams have. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
I,
I think that choosing not to go to those teams for the reason that you chose not to go to those teams for because you didn't want to sit down behind anybody and shit, and then had to go sit down behind two people and shit is just counterproductive. So you
well,
probably should just chose the better positions at that time or
let me
situation.
ask you something, Preem. So, do you think maybe the idea of going to the Browns was kind of still based off of what they thought? Those last 2 years in Colorado, all the way up until the actual draft night, day one, that they felt like Shador is still a first round pick talent. But I mean, let's be honest. After day one, he wasn't the first day talent because it was 32 picks and you weren't none of the 32. So at
Right.
that point, you know what I mean. I think you have again. I think that moment right there is where the mindset has to be adjusted because you're not a first round pick.
I
And
get what you're
we
saying.
we so I think going to Cleveland is because you think, well, I have a chance to start. My thing is, it's a lot of teams that needed quarterbacks who had first round picks and they didn't take Shador.
That's a fact.
So my thing is, it's kind of like I think I should have let that idea go of trying to force him into the starting quarterback job and just be like, listen, we'll just settle for anywhere he's going to get drafted because he's going to make the best of his playing time wherever he goes to. You dig what I'm saying? Because let's be honest,
Right.
Tony Romo was, he was throwing that ball around in Dallas before they took a fourth round pick quarterback who ended up, replacing them.
No
And that's
bullshit.
not to say that you wouldn't have went to a team. You would have just got there, as a later pick.
Right.
But you'd be surprised how you can dethrone a quarterback, even as a fourth
You
round pick,
you never know what could happen. Right.
especially if they know what you can do in the building. They feel confident enough to do so. You
No
know what I
doubt.
mean? Your draft pick is your draft pick.
That's a
The,
great
the,
ass
the, the
point.
ultimate thing is no, don't look at your blessings and like make it seem like it's some guys who just didn't get their name called at all.
X.
They be lucky to get a call as an undrafted free agent. So when
That's
a
a fact.
team is calling you, my thing is, man, at least where we come from, I wasn't maybe raised like I don't know how Shador was raised. He don't know how I was raised, but
Right.
you get an NFL team to draft you, and and your dream is to play in the NFL. Follow through with your dream. Go play in the NFL, man. Go to the team that wants you. So if it's Baltimore, if it's Philly, and they saying they want you, why would you not want to go somewhere where you want it? I
No
understand the
bullshit.
starting quarterback thing, but if these teams are the teams that they're saying that were interested in you, and they both have quarterbacks. I mean, I'm sorry, not quarterbacks, coaches who have won Super Bowls in their career. Like
Another
that's
thing.
probably
Yeah.
the best tutelage you
Yeah.
can get besides your dad. Is
Hmm.
going to someone who played the guys who've been in the league, for some time, and they've actually won. Like we go to the NFL to win Super Bowls. That is the epitome. Nothing higher than that, and they've done it. And they've had some seasons where they've fell short, and they've had some 10+ win seasons. But they
Right.
know how to win in this league. They know what it takes to be successful, and that's why their quarterback spots have guys
Yeah.
that's going to be hard for you to beat out. I don't want to be too long.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you go ahead and finish it off. Finish it off.
Nah. I mean, you spitting. That's a whole fact. Um, I just don't like how. I don't know if you heard or read the entire quote from the John, or even when he mentioned the Eagles. He
Mm-hmm.
said that yeah, the Eagles had called this. He said, "Oh, I bet you ain't know that." I guess he was talking to Jason Kelsey, and Jason was like, "Nah, I didn't know that." You know what I'm saying? Like, so and Prime was like, "Well, the cat is out the bag now." Yeah, he called this, and then that's where that conversation kind of stopped at. And then he mentioned about this one and shit about Baltimore, but he said Baltimore called him and wanted to speak to him, and he put Shador on the phone. And you know what I'm saying? Shador came to that conclusion, you know what I'm saying,
Well,
to not want to be the backup.
no. See, I think it might be the opposite because I believe they called Shador and they asked to put him on his dad on the phone. Is what
Well, yeah, all right,
I heard.
yeah, right.
Yeah,
But they
that's
wanted
what
to
happened.
speak to Prime, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Prime,
they
you know
spoke
what
to
I'm saying?
Shador, then they wanted to speak to Prime.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah. And Prime was like, nah, this is basically between y'all. And you know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta handle this shit. And
Mm-hmm.
that's one thing I do respect, but at the same time, it's like these are two organizations. And Prime, with you being a former Raven, you know how that organization is ran and shit like that, understanding that they're there to
Yeah.
win and not there for too much other bullshit in between. They just there to really
Right.
win and shit. So I think that sending him to a snake bitten franchise like Cleveland puts him behind the eight ball to begin with. And then being the third string quarterback in Cleveland
Right.
puts him even further behind it, right? I think if
Right.
you go to Baltimore or Philly, you not only have a real shot of being a second string quarterback, but I think you start off as a second string quarterback just based off of the fanfare in those two cities. You know what I'm saying? Baltimore and Philly will love
Mm-hmm.
Shador. And it's not even on some shit like they calling for Jalen or Lamar's respective jobs and shit. It's just the fact that we got him. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of Eagle fans that we talked to personally that would have said we would have loved to have Shador. You know what I'm saying? Just because it's Shador. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
just because of
because
that reason alone and shit.
but the reality is you just never know, right? Like none
That's
of
a
us
fact.
can predict tomorrow. Who would have known when the Eagles drafted Jalen Hurts, who I believe was a second round pick? They had a
Uh-huh.
guy who was a second pick in the draft after starting quarterback. We didn't think Jalen Hurts was ever going to see any time.
That's a fact. And then
Jalen,
wasn't he drafted the season that Carson Wentz had the best season of his career? Or like was it the
I
season
wanted
after, or either the season that season or season after?
one of the two. But when you usually get a quarterback and not for nothing, Carson Wentz's career was going pretty well. I mean, he was the
Hell
second
yeah,
pick of the draft, the second pick in the first round. He had a season when he was competing for an MVP,
yeah.
playoff, like the whole everything was
Rams fucked up
going
his
well.
career.
Huh? I'm sorry.
I said the Rams fucked up his career.
Hey man, listen, we ain't talking about that. But what I will say is, you never know how things unfold. God forbid, again, Lamar takes a helmet to the knee the wrong way, and you know, trust me, I know who knows. No, we had Todd Gurley, amazing running back, and what happened?
Didn't Baltimore recently have Tyler Huntley start a fucking playoff game for them because Lamar was injured? Wasn't that like a year or two ago? I know it wasn't last year. It had to be like maybe
Well,
two,
yeah,
3 years.
it's been a multitude of times. I remember Tyrod Taylor being over there in
Right.
Baltimore.
We definitely watched Nick Foles win the Super Bowl that year that Carson Wentz, you know what I'm saying, went down.
And sometimes that's
Shit.
all you have to do. See, that's the thing over the backup. Like, if you just come in and do your job, you'll get the opportunity will come. Now it may not come there, but it will come at some point.
Right.
And I think that's why I think like we all know the whole the Manning situation and
Right, yeah.
yeah, but I mean now that we obviously y'all should have seen that the day one, that's not y'all situation.
Right.
They made sure it wasn't your situation.
Yeah, they made it clear that it wasn't going to be your situation.
Right. So, but even with all that being said, man, I do respect the fact. I think Deion, that being his son, you like we parents, bro. So we want the best for our kids.
Without a
We
doubt.
want to understand. If it's up to us, we lay out the carpet and put them in the perfect situation.
Right.
But I do feel we're going to do that. But at some point, before we're gonna blink our eyes, man. It's gonna be at some point the kids are gonna have to walk on their own.
Right. No doubt. No doubt.
Unfortunately, I mean, no, mind you, that don't mean we won't help. Or Kyle
We're not
Shanahan is
there
helped
to
by
help.
Mike.
Right.
Yeah, Mike Shanahan is helping Kyle Shanahan to this day,
No
and that's a
bullshit.
grown. I mean, you help out where you can, but
Right.
as they get older, they have to bear more of the
Look at
responsibility.
Steven and Jerry Jones.
Right. You know what I mean? You were able to do things for him, from Jackson State to Colorado, but when he got to the NFL, I mean, you're a college coach, so you're not even a coach in the NFL.
Yeah, you're gonna have
So
to stay
it's
where you're at,
very
basically.
hard. Yeah, it's very hard for you to really help at that point. So I think I
I can agree with
salute
that.
Deion. Still salute him. I'm gonna keep on saluting him. I feel like the things he's done as a father, from what we see,
Oh hell
nah,
yeah.
definitely. I just think with that situation, you gotta be grateful for your blessings, man. No matter how big or how small, man. Just if a team wants you, go to that team. You go there and you be the best teammate you can be. You're a quarterback. You were a leader at Colorado. We all know, in order to be the best leader, you have to be a good follower. You dig
And,
what I'm
and,
saying?
and and I'll
You
be
have to
honest
do
with you.
that.
I mean, everything that he's done since he's been drafted has been, in my eyes, perfect. You know what I'm saying? He carried himself as, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
the model citizen and shit. So it's not like an indictment on him, but it is, you know what I'm saying, for a different, you know what I'm saying, look at it, understanding now that we do have some truth behind the fact that you turned down two of the best franchises trying to draft you. But we're gonna move on,
For
and
sure.
we're gonna, you know what I'm saying, change up the vibe just a little bit, because this podcast is sports centric, especially during football season. I'm not even going to try to act like it's not. So, but we
Yeah, for
are hip
sure.
hop heads. We are fans of just entertainment in general, movies, TV shows, etc. Blah blah blah.
Oh,
You know
right.
what I'm saying? But a lot of shit has been going on recently, and bro brought it up. And we was thinking about this shit. And he like, yo, bro, did you hear the Remy Ma diss towards Clarissa Shields? And I'm like, nah, I ain't really get a chance to listen to it. This shit, right? And I thought about it, and I was like, as a matter of fact, I don't like when celebrities or when rappers diss celebrities, entertainers, uh, um, movie stars, comedians, and stuff like that, because I feel like this, right? This is how I feel personally. It says rappers shouldn't diss celebrities unless they're ready to go one on one with that celebrity in their sport or entertainment realm.
Mm.
So my thing is this: Drake, you shouldn't be dissing LeBron if you ain't ready to go one on one with LeBron James on the basketball court. Remy Ma, you shouldn't be dissing Clarissa Shields if you ain't ready to hop into a boxing ring or an octagon with Clarissa Shields. Y'all shouldn't be dissing comedians if y'all ain't ready to stand on that stage and go joke for joke, you know what I'm saying, on some wilding out shit. That's why I respect the people that go on wilding out so much, nigga. It takes some
Right.
balls for real, because that's like improv
Yeah, for
comedy
sure.
for real. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So, like,
So the other, oh, go ahead. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off.
nah, go ahead. Like, do your thing.
So, like you said, I agree with that. So I think the other side of it is because when you say that, like Drake and LeBron, to me, from I'm gonna assume it's not personal. Right? I mean,
Right.
let's just say it's not personal. But if it is, if the thing with LeBron and Drake is personal, I think we have to learn to stop. Everything is not for everybody to see, and it annoys me so much. If you have an issue with LeBron, bro, then you and LeBron need to go to the side and have a conversation about whatever that issue is.
Right.
Because a lot of times, a comment come out, and 2 days later another comment come out. Sometimes things get ignored. It's like, you have an issue with that guy, you talk to that guy.
He also dissed
Um,
DeMar Rosen, I believe, and Kawhi Leonard, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to say. Are these real issues? That would be my like. If it was me, that's my thing. Is it entertainment or is it a real issue? Because entertainment, I'm probably not going to. I'm not going to entertain it. But if you
Right.
have an actual issue offline, hit my phone and we can
Did
have
you
a
see the LeBron
conversation.
and Speedy interview?
No, I didn't. I heard about it. Tell me a little bit about it.
I didn't much of it. I did see the clip of Speedy asking him about the whole Drake situation. And LeBron basically response was is always love there. We just in two different phases of our life right now, type shit. You know what I'm saying? Basically a politically correct answer, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, we like it is what it is, basically. That's how I look at it. Like that's what he, you know what I'm saying, what he's saying and shit. But regardless of the situation, I think LeBron understood it from a standpoint is I'm a fan of hip hop and y'all niggas is battling, so I'm just enjoying this shit. Drake looked at
Right.
it from the standpoint of you're my man's and you out here dancing to his songs and playing his shit when he coming at me and shit. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so I'm gonna stop you right there. Right, that's literally what I was saying. So let's just say from what you just said and kind of what from what I've even seen, LeBron, this ain't personal. Drake, it is to you. So then
Right.
you need to have a conversation offline about what the hell going on because if this is something that's going on at your workplace, right? Because this is rap. You're having a workplace discussion. This is not personal to LeBron. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
things were said, whatever the case may be. He's a hip hop. You know, I'm a spectator. I'm not in this, and that's why I just feel like Drake. He's wrong for that. He's wrong for that, and then
I
trying
can
to
agree
make
with that.
things. He's just wrong for that because you're trying to put him in a weird position. Like I don't know, like Drake. I didn't know LeBron was signed to OVO or some shit. Like,
Right, right, yeah.
like,
I mean,
like
last thing I heard, he was with Rockefeller, Rock Nation. You know what I'm saying?
the Rock
he
Boy,
was,
right?
yeah, he was a rock boy and shit.
And they don't get nothing.
So, like,
I mean,
what about the Remy and the Clarissa situation though?
oh, that's personal. That's obvious. That's personal.
Right,
So, so I ain't gonna lie. That's a little harder, only because it seems like. I mean, fuck it. I'm gonna just say it. That like Rim gotta chill, right? Because if y'all two agree that y'all don't want to deal with each other, go your separate ways. It's nothing really to be saying on her part, and not for nothing. Clarissa's like an outside. She's like a third party. It's really between y'all two. But
yeah,
even at
right,
times where I
no
heard
doubt,
her speak, she was like, "Yo, if we do things for this, no Rem's invited." Like she was trying to be the bigger person per se.
no doubt.
And I just thought like Remy's just really childish. She looked really bad. She looked corny as shit. You know what I mean? She just gotta do better. And again,
Yeah, I think
I don't
it's the
know.
same.
We don't know people's lives. You know what I mean? But we see a couple little things, and we may again without context sometimes.
Right.
You may not know things to its full extent. But listen, man. Like I don't. First of all, I don't think you should be talking about. You was just up top for like 6, 7 years. You ain't about to shoot nobody else, man.
Yeah.
And if
And
you
I don't think that
is
you should be trying to portray that as a reason or something that
right,
you should be doing anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not even talking out of
yeah,
protection. You're just talking about a retaliation at this point. And now you're just talking on some criminal shit. And you just got
mm-hmm.
home not too long ago. I mean, I understand you've been home for almost what? I think you've been home for almost 10 years, maybe, right?
Right,
All right. So yeah, like let's keep it that way. Let's not do nothing stupid or say nothing stupid that's gonna get you booked and shit
yeah,
like that because you want to be showing off for social media. And I think that's what a lot of the situations is coming from with these motherfuckers when they get personal with these celebrities and shit. Like it's not coming from the same place it would come from if it was them beefing with someone in their realm. And shit is coming from a place of like this is really touching home or being it's coming from like being personal, like you know what I'm saying, like actual real shit that's bothering me. I noticed that because we talk about this situation when it comes to um academics a lot and how a lot of these rappers have different energy for him than they would have. Let's just use, and I hate to do it, but for the sake of long story or to be long winded, let's use Meek Mill, 50 Cent, and academics. You got that energy for academics, but you was able to talk shit out like a man, quote unquote, with 50 Cent. And shit. So it's like sometimes like I have to agree with you when we have our conversations to where as though like these people like academics or these celebrities in these situations that's being attacked by these rappers have every right to react the way they react, they react to, because I don't do what you do and shit. And then when
Right.
you do go against somebody that do what you do, you don't have the same energy. So don't have it with me type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. I think again, you and me both avid, lovers of hip hop, man. We in 2025, man. I think we should start looking at hip hop more as an art form. Now, like we gotta stop acting like
Right,
hip hop
yeah.
artists are the toughest people on the planet
I'm telling you,
because
boy.
it is so unreal. It's like if you guys were these, these people, it would
Right.
be. And that's not saying that anybody's a punk or you didn't live a certain life prior to,
I'm
but
not
it's
saying
like
you won't do the things that you like. It's like why?
I just think in the sense of business, certain things happen. People make mistakes. Like I would assume Remy, she made a mistake. She ain't really like things happen. We're not perfect people, and that situation happened. But we don't want to make it seem like it's like a repetitive thing. Like we really just living like that. Because I'm not sure, but allegedly, like, don't her son got a case because he killed somebody?
I believe so, allegedly.
Right,
Allegedly.
right.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure. Like I said allegedly,
Right.
but we don't want to make it seem like this was something in the household that he came up under. Like
Right.
this is how we like. I don't think that would help his case. Nick. I'm sure the
No doubt.
defense is
No
going to
doubt.
bring that up. That the fact was his mom, she went to jail for shooting somebody as well. So that maybe it was just no, he meant to do what he did. You know what I mean? You don't want no
That's a
just
fact.
you don't even want no the state to even use something like that. So that's why I
That's a
said you
fact.
gotta stop, be mindful of some of the things that you're saying. And especially in this time now, when it comes to different branches of law enforcement, they using the shit y'all saying.
Hell yeah.
So
Hell yeah.
be very mindful and how that affects you
And rappers are
and
suing for the shit y'all
and
saying too. So
others. Yeah. So you know what I mean. Because the way I said, you got obviously it's personal because you was really with this person. Y'all have a child together.
right, yeah.
But sometimes you have to be an adult and just move on. Because if he don't want to be there, and you're saying that you don't want to be there, I think that's the best situation you could possibly have. Because the two people, if y'all can't agree on nothing else, y'all going to agree to take care of that kid, and y'all going to agree that
That's a
y'all going
fact.
y'all separate ways. So I don't see where you guys have any real space to argue or have disagreement. If you don't want to be there with him, like you say, and he don't want to be there with you, like he say, that's like it's actually it shouldn't be any argument, no going back and forth because you guys agree on something.
No,
We
that's a
don't
fact.
gotta like people are gonna go back and forth like LeBron and Drake because they have a difference of opinions.
Right.
So I can see where that would clash, but if we have the same opinion, I don't see what the back and forth is unless
Yeah, that's a
somebody
fact.
capping and they just saying what they said, but they don't really feel how they say
No bullshit. I mean, logically
it.
speaking.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I'm saying? Logically
I don't
speaking,
know
this shit. Like, now that's real shit. That's real
uh,
life shit for real. But
for sure.
I see I like that pivot though, because we was able to speak on that shit and get that bullshit out of here. I really don't like that part of hip hop where y'all diss motherfuckers that don't do this shit. They're not able to. And if they do come back to y'all and it's hard, then we're gonna be like, oh no, he ain't write that shit. And it's like, what is the whole point of this? What is the whole point of this? You know what I'm saying? Whole exchange at this point for real. So just like you said, the whole Remy and Clarissa shit, that's a little bit different because it's personal. But even that, I don't think that you need to be coming at her on the track and shit if you're not gonna step in the ring with her. I mean, that's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? If you're
Right.
not gonna give them the same opportunity to do what they do best against you and shit, then shut the fuck up. Like,
Well, yeah, I mean, ultimately, you really shouldn't even want to head up with her because not for nothing, she don't owe you no sense of loyalty. You was never in a relationship with Clarissa. You was in a relationship with Papoose.
that's a fact.
Because it don't
That's a
gotta
fact.
be Clarissa. It can be goddamn. You can swap her out for any female.
Take your pick.
Regardless is right. Take your pick.
Take your
Regardless
pick.
is
Yo,
the
so look,
constant.
speaking of that,
Go ahead.
speaking of take your pick, I ain't mean to cut you off, but I just couldn't pass up that segue. I couldn't pass up that segue at all.
Talk to me.
We was gonna get into our picks of the week
All
and
right.
shit. And last week we had the same exact picks. We had the same amount of losses. I think we went 9-7, some shit like that. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying?
Over 500.
Yeah, yeah. Long as like
It
I
was a
always say,
funny week last week.
yeah, long as it's over 500. I mean, look, the fucking Panthers beat a team 30-0. Like, who saw that coming?
Not
Fuck
me.
whatever happened with Dallas and shit. We're not gonna even talk about that. But who saw the Panthers beating anybody 30-0? Anybody, let alone an actual team that we consider to be good. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, Stevie said the same shit.
word facts. Say who could have saw that shit coming and shit. So look, this week we're gonna open up with Jay's picks because we actually got a couple differences between our two lists this week and shit.
All
But
right.
at the same time, you guys didn't get a chance to see his last week, so why not open up with his this week for real?
All right. That's it.
There we go. And we good as all right. So as you can see, we got J Will picks of the week up here. He ain't picked this Thursday night game because we literally did this
Yes,
shit
I
this morning.
did. Yes, I did. I picked Seattle, man. Stop lying. And y'all ain't
But
trying to do me
I'm
I
pretty
picked
sure
Seattle.
if he did that shit, he would have picked Seattle. He would have that shit. But as you guys can see, first game of the week, we got Minnesota versus the Steelers. And honestly, bro, I went back and forth between this game
Yeah.
because
Same, man.
I feel like Aaron Rodgers is not nowhere near as good as he once was, but he's not as bad as he was last year or early part of last year and the year before coming off the injury and shit. Now, with that being said, the Steelers defense has been horrible this year. Like they
Right.
really has been letting anybody come through and have a party on their motherfucking defense. And I think after we saw motherfucking Wentz, coincidentally, that we were speaking about him earlier. You know what? My bad. Do you think? I'm sitting here taking all the talking points, and this is your list and shit. I had to look at the name.
Oh, she let me do it. I'm gonna fly through this thing.
Go
Listen,
ahead
it's
then.
real
Do you
simple.
think?
um, at the end of the day, do I feel that Pittsburgh has a better team than Minnesota? Nah, we're going with Minnesota.
Say less.
Washington versus Atlanta. Did y'all see that game Falcons played last week? I'm going
Right.
with Washington. New Orleans and the Bills.
Uh huh. See, I just went on to the next. All right,
We're
we
going
on
to
to
the
the next.
Bills. Giants, Chargers. It's going
Right.
to be interesting to see. We get to see a debut regular season start for Jackson Dart. I just don't think this is the right team.
Right.
Because
Especially
the
this
Chargers,
defense.
I mean, listen, it's early, but Jim Harbaugh, I'm telling you, wherever he goes, he takes that success with him. At some point, he is the common denominator. From San Fran to Michigan. I mean, he didn't get it done in San Fran, but he got to the game.
Right.
Got it done in Michigan. In that division, now it's the Big Ten. Only thing bigger is the SEC. I mean, Ohio,
No doubt.
he got it done. And the fact that he got the Chargers with 3-0,
Yeah.
he got Justin Herbert
3-0. I think
looking
2-0 in the division so far. One of those
right,
wins is against Kansas City.
right. And mind you, me and Preem did a list earlier about our top 10 quarterbacks. And Justin Herbert, I'm sorry, Justin Herbert, this is the guy. That's why I put him in the top 10. Because now we're seeing, this is why. And speaking of who I didn't put in my top 10, it's the Titans and the Houston Texans.
Yeah, it's so funny because like
Yeah,
it's so funny because both of us, I think you have Herbert at 10 and I have
yeah, and
Stroud
CJ,
at
I
10
didn't.
on mine and
Mm-mm,
shit. You know what I'm
didn't do it.
saying? So
Yep, didn't do
and
it because I
yeah.
seen some things last year and I saw
So
them,
yeah, we
and
definitely
I
gonna
was just like,
readdress our because that was coming
hmm?
into the season. I think when we get to the halfway mark, we're gonna readdress that, and then by the end of the season, we're gonna have what I'm saying, a definitive one, at least for in our opinions, of course. But
and that
yeah, go ahead.
and that game is going to be a good one, y'all. And the
It
reason I say
is.
that because Cam Ward is going to get his first win. I'm saying that if I'm wrong, y'all can come back and y'all can get on me about it. It's cool. I don't
No
give a
doubt.
fuck.
No
But
doubt.
Cam Ward gonna get his first win because I feel like the Texans are still having a hard time putting it together. That's
Where
just
we're
me. I don't think that they're going to have. I think the Titans. I feel like the Titans are going to squeeze this out. I think Ward's going to have a really good game actually against them. We'll see.
I can agree with that.
Next,
I can agree with that.
what we got?
But yeah,
The
you see,
Lions and the
you got
Browns.
Lions and the Browns. Yeah, one of the best defenses in the league versus one of the best offenses in the league.
The one with the quarterback from South Jersey, the old head boy.
Right, right.
Mm-mm. Prime time son, the third string quarterback, and the little short second rank. Nah, y'all ain't
Yeah,
gonna do that. Y'all quarterback lineup just fucked up. Y'all
that's
gonna
crazy
lose.
work.
Yeah. It's just crazy work all up and through Cleveland. Nah, y'all ain't
We
gonna win.
Panthers at
Yeah, y'all ain't gonna win.
Boston or New England.
Man, listen, this is like this is almost like the sports equivalent to the Revenge of the Nerds. Okay, listen, Bryce Young won. He coming back for all his reparations.
That's a
Okay,
fact, though. That's a fact.
he was. We not gonna act like he wasn't. If I'm not mistaken, wasn't he the first overall pick quarterback?
I want to say it was first year.
Yeah, 'cause I think
Yeah,
C.J. Stroud, him and they were in the same draft. I think he went before C.J.
yeah.
Stroud. If I'm, well, I think he went. I don't maybe not first overall. I would have to go back, but I
First
know he
or
was the
second.
top pick.
But
Right.
right.
Yeah. I think he's starting to come together for him, man. Like we see this every year to year when we get these quarterbacks are our top picks.
It's a fact.
We see a lot of guys. They'll come in and they'll strive. Some guys they go down, but we'll also see those guys who it starts off really slow, but they catch the beat. You know
Right.
what I mean? It catch the
Right.
rhythm.
Yeah.
What they like to say, it starts to slow down for them.
Yeah. Game slow down a little
That's
bit for him. Right.
that's what's going on with Bryce Young in New
Hey,
England.
yo, before we continue, you mentioned
Huh?
that. What do you think about what's going on with Marvin Harrison Jr.?
Okay. So on top of the Cardinals just being asked to start with, ain't never going to get right. Coaches ain't never been right.
Right.
Quarterback ain't right.
Right.
The weather ain't right. It's hot than a motherfucker.
Hot than a
Like
motherfucker.
the Suns can't get right.
What?
Goddamn. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a baseball fan like that, but I don't know when the last time the Diamondbacks ever won anything.
Right.
Niggas don't. I mean, like, I don't know if I really care for Diamond Dallas Page. I listen, man. It's something about the state of Arizona, bro. I just don't know, like, what it is.
Right.
But, like, I don't know, bro. Like,
but see, for a while though,
no.
they had the reputation for like older players. Well, maybe because he's not an older player, but they also had a reputation for having young receivers too. That was dope and shit. Like I mean, Anquan, Larry Fitz.
When the last time you went to go to Arizona?
I ain't never want to go to Arizona, bro. It's too fucking hot out there.
Right, I'm trying to tell you, man. The state of Arizona, something wrong. Like I don't know what it is, and I'm not saying it can't get fixed, but it's definitely a problem.
No doubt.
And I just don't know what it is, but this has been a problem.
I don't know what it is either, but it's weird. It's weird to see somebody of that talent having these type of. I look. It's not even physical. I know he's dropping the ball, but I feel like it's a mental issue with him. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's definitely a mental issue. But you know what the thing I like about mental issues, though, man? Once you get around that block, whatever that block is, your talent is it's like untapped potential, man. Once you get around that block, which I feel he will. Oh, excuse me. You know, he's going to be everything we thought he was. I mean, before Sundays, I used to at least me for sure, because I'm a big college football fan as well. I remember watching this guy on Saturdays and the things he was doing over at Ohio State. Right. I mean, we can't forget. Obviously, you know, and again from the local, tri-state, New Jersey, Delaware, the guy played for St. Joe's out in Philly. Word. We know the pedigree. His pops, Indianapolis. Played with the Colts and all that. We're gonna talk about that later.
Yeah, we all know he get busy. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Listen, everything he needs, he has it, bro. But again, at certain points, he has to want it. He has to find his way. Whether he has to get advice from his coaches, he gotta bond more with the team. Go to pops. Marvin Harrison, to me, and I'm gonna stand on that. And I'm a Rams fan, so it's gonna kill me to say that that boy's special.
I agree with you.
He is. I mean, literally, if you talk about receivers, the last couple, I'm talking guys like David Boston, Anquan Bolden, Larry
Right.
Fitzgerald, Marvin Harrison Jr. He like
Right.
that. He
Okay.
like that, and he gonna get it right.
No doubt.
Now,
No doubt.
like I said, you just gotta get around that mental block, man. People don't understand NFL. These guys are the best in the world. There's no league higher. Don't expect things to always, it's for some guys they're blessed enough where it's a smooth transition. But to see him have these blocks at this early point in his career, I don't actually think it's unusual. This is the league, bro.
I ain't mad
That's
at
how it's
that.
supposed to go. Now
I
you
mean,
gotta put
I
the
like to tell people, like, you remember what happened with Jamar Chase his rookie season in the preseason where he just dropped everything and people thought that he was a bust, or you know what I'm saying,
right,
early on this shit.
right.
So like he'd be like you said, he'd be fine, he'd be all right. And like you said, it just might be something about Arizona. Just might be something about
Bro,
Arizona as of right now and shit.
it's
You know what
something
I'm
about
saying?
Arizona. Like it's
So let's
just
continue
different.
the
I
second
don't
half of
know.
these picks and shit.
The best thing with Arizona is the 99-cent cans in the hood we used to drink back in.
That's a fact.
That was it.
That's
We
a
loved
fact.
them.
That's a
And
fact.
like I
Kept
don't
it a
know.
bean
It's
for as long
something
as they
about
could. I think they're
Arizona.
$1.25 now, but they kept it a bean for
Yeah,
as long as they could and shit.
they held it down. But it's
No
just something about
bullshit.
Arizona, bro. I don't know. I
I
can't
ain't
I
mad
can't
at you.
explain it, and it ain't my responsibility. On the Philly and Tampa.
Philly and
So,
Tampa.
man, listen, Philly, man, Tampa, Philly, they the team to beat, man. Listen,
Yeah.
we had a, we played them last week. We had a meltdown, but despite that,
We had a meltdown.
we had a meltdown, bro. But Philly has been doing this since last year. Like Philly is the team. They are the Super Bowl champ. They are the team to beat. Um,
I give you
I'm
all
just I'm
give you
not
all that.
fully sold on no the whole Tampa Bay, the Buccaneers. I'm not sold
Right.
on it. Like I know a lot of people are, but I'm not sold on it. And I'm definitely not sold on it if
I
13
ain't
is
mad at
not
that.
there.
I ain't mad at
You
that.
know, Baker. I mean, everybody's praising Baker, and
Right.
if Baker is who he say he is, make it work. Me personally, I don't
That's
think
fine.
so. Not against this team. On to
No
the
bullshit.
next. Indianapolis
All
and
right.
the Rams.
Hell yeah.
Listen, man. What Drake say?
I
We're
don't
looking
know.
for revenge
Oh,
or
you
something.
looking for
Yeah, yeah. So listen, we went through some shit last week, and we gotta catch a body. We gotta get that egg off our face, and we gotta put it on somebody else's. Okay,
I ain't mad at that.
somebody else's. We gotta do it.
I
So
ain't mad at that.
I think we're gonna get Indianapolis
Where
this week. I think if we go in there, stop the run game, and make Danny Dimes beat us, I don't think he can, but we will see.
we will.
Jacksonville and San Fran. Man. Uh Coach Cohen. Come to the front, man. I
Uh,
want to have a conversation with you. Shit.
Duval.
You wrong. Listen. I don't know what the fuck. At some point, it's like they stuck in neutral. I don't know, like, how did we get to this
I
point?
see what you're saying. Yeah.
First overall pick quarterback. We
Right.
didn't went all the way through this man rookie contract. We done paid him all this money.
Right.
And it's really, I feel like we're not really going anywhere. Is it me? I feel like they're kind of in the same place they was as like second year contract. Kind of where
Yeah.
the team is.
I
Y'all
can
done
agree with you.
drafted defensive ends, edge rushers,
Right.
top three, and it don't feel like Jacksonville is kind of
Receivers.
like
Right.
right receivers.
Uh,
Brian Thomas, we done got goddamn Travis Hunter, second
right.
overall. What's the Walker? What's his name? Tavon Walker. What from Georgia? They took him again, defensive end.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Y'all
Yep.
have all these top, and it just don't like. Again, I understand it's the toughest league. Guys are going to have to turn that corner, but it's just like I just don't. Fuck turning the corner. Y'all gotta get up the street first.
Nah,
Like
I feel you gotta get moving first, nigga. Like, talk
yeah, we
about
gotta
third
do.
quarter.
No, we can't put the buggy before the horse. Like y'all niggas gotta show some motion now.
Nah, I
And
understand.
and even now as I say it, because I'm thinking Brock Purdy's not playing, and maybe they'll hit that motion. just because I'm gonna make it hard for our production team, I might actually go with Jacksonville.
No, you're not.
I'm gonna go actually with Jacksonville. Move that arrow over, man. I see it, but move it over. Move it
I
over. 'Cause I know
can't.
we got to go.
I can't
No,
do
no,
that right now.
no, not the check, but move the arrow over. 'Cause I see the arrow floating around on my screen. Because you're standing over the San Francisco. Yeah, standing over to Jacksonville. Yeah, just like that. We going with, I'm gonna change my pick. Midstream, we live.
Man,
So we live. We doing this
this
live,
nigga ain't
y'all.
shit. This nigga
I'm gonna
ain't
go with
shit.
Jacksonville. I'm gonna listen. I feel they're gonna get to the corner. I don't know if they're gonna turn that bitch. But
Right.
I'm saying, without they starting quarterback, without Brandon Ayuk, maybe y'all can actually get this done. Because last week there was a lot of
I
funny shit
can't
going
even
on,
get mad at that though.
a lot of hocus pocus.
Right. But
Y'all
see, I
might
don't know if
actually
that's one of
get
the.
this off.
I think that's one of the switches I have. If that's one of the ones that I have switched, then no, you're not getting credit for that. But we gonna move on.
Yeah.
We moved on to the next one.
But you say Duval, we gonna go on Duval. I'm gonna rock with y'all, man. We're gonna help. We're gonna try to bring the jumper cables. We're gonna push the joint up. We're gonna get y'all up there, man, because y'all got too much college superstars on that team for somebody not to be good. All right, so we got Baltimore and Kansas City.
Right. This nigga in that red cup.
Listen, man. I guess Kansas City ain't no Paris. I said Paris. That Taylor Swift, she on tour right now. So guess who's not up in that box?
Right.
Not getting all the camera. Yeah, right, yo. Hey, yo. Yeah, you listen. She's not all in the videos. No, I mean, like none of that.
Right.
Well, that's good because her man is playing lazy as shit anyway.
Lazy and a motherfucker,
Travis
boy.
Kelce, brother. You acting first off, if I'm Andy Reid, yo, you pull up on me one more time, I'm gonna snuff you. I'm gonna hit you a 2-piece right in your chin.
Nah, facts, yeah.
Stop walking up on me like that.
On some real
I'm the coach. Stop being disrespectful.
Stop playing.
Bro, don't be mad at me. Be mad at that sorry ass play. You've been at all pro for who knows how many long. You're a Hall of Famer already. You know the standard. This is not to your standard. Be a leader. Lead by example.
Get your shit
together. Want the team to do better? Well, bitch, start with you. Start with the man in the mirror. Play better. Because you've been playing like shit.
Make that change.
Play better. And until I see you play better, I'm your op. I'm going with Baltimore.
I ain't mad at you.
Derrick Henry, hold on to the ball, though. Derrick Henry, hold on to the ball, though.
Boy, don't make it 4 for 4.
Yeah, see,
you make it 4 for 4 is a problem.
That's why Ryan Clark said if he gets you in the hole, he going win. That's why he said you be fumbling.
Ryan Clark gonna throw his whole body at your helmet. That's why.
Yeah, he listen. Despite his stature, he's bigger than the football. He going knock that thing out your arm if you keep dropping that ball, son. No,
hey yo, speaking of that, yo, and yo, look, yo, you've been setting shit up today, bro. You don't even know it, right? Mm-hmm. So,
Chris Paul, yeah.
You talked about and Preem that you wanted to speak on Peanut Tillman and shit, and you just talked about going in and attacking the football and being able to punch it out, a la Peanut Punch. He has a whole football move named after him, and of course, the team that we know Peanut for playing for is the next pick on the list is the Chicago Bears and shit.
The Bears.
But shout out to Peanut Tillman for also living out so many dreams in one lifetime. You know,
love to see that from us, man. Love
you know what I'm saying? He just recently said, I forgot what podcast he was on. You remember what it was? Was it The Pivot?
I'm not sure if it was The Pivot.
He was on the podcast recently, but and he said that he recently quit the FBI. For reasons that you guys can look up.
He left the NFL and he was an FBI agent. I'm sorry.
For 8 years. For 8 years, though. That's the thing, though. This is not like he did this shit for a couple months. So it was like, nah, it's not for me. This motherfucker was an FBI agent for 8 years. And also, we know him as one of the best defensive backs, you know what I'm saying, of, you know what I'm saying, the late 2020s. I mean, the late 2010s, excuse me. It should have been the mid 2010s. But that Peanut Punch, bro, he's the only cornerback in history to have 30 interceptions and 30 forced fumbles. He was going to be the only cornerback in history to have 40 interceptions and 40 forced fumbles, but he fell too shy of the interceptions. Right. So he wasn't able to get those last 2 interceptions to get him the 40-40 club. But he is a member of the 30 for 30 too, and he's the only member of the 30 for 30. 30 interceptions and 30 forced fumbles on a career.
Does that make him a Hall of Famer?
I mean, with a stat like that, it sounds Hall of Famer-ish. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, they let his teammate in off kick returns and punt returns. Shit.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. I mean, he has
Yeah,
the most in the history. You know what I'm saying, of the NFL and shit like that.
You know the key thing to me to be a Hall of Famer? How much, how often, how consistently did you
Right.
affect the game
I,
and
I
benefit
respect
of
that.
your team?
I respect that. I respect that. And I think by those qualifications, then Peanut Tillman was definitely a Hall of Famer.
All right, well, man, we'll
You
see
know
him
what I'm
in
saying?
Canton hopefully soon. Next game, Green Bay and
Chicago and Bears.
Dallas.
Oh no, you didn't pick the
Uh,
Chicago and well, I mean you did. Well, I guess we don't have to talk about it because we talked about Peanut. But yeah, we could go
the
ahead to this
Raiders?
goddamn.
The
Yeah, we ain't got to talk about
Raiders?
that. Nah,
Nah,
come on,
come
yeah,
on, champ.
we ain't got
Nah,
to talk about that. Yeah, let's
no, we
go.
ain't doing.
Shout out to the
And that's
stadium though. That shit look dope.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I thought I said that from the beginning. Yeah, I wasn't going
Nah,
with
you
them.
straight.
They
Yeah,
see the
move on
chat.
to this game.
Green Bay and Dallas. I mean, I see the chat, but boy, homies, let's talk about this. Gonna be the one. This is the square off right
Watch
here.
along. Make sure
Mike,
y'all here for the watch along. Make sure y'all here for the watch
make
along.
sure y'all definitely here for shit. I might come for this watch along,
Word.
even if I'm just on this computer talking shit. I'm actually, what is it? Thursday night,
Sunday night.
Sunday night.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna pop up, man. You know, I ain't got
Right,
no
right.
dog in the fight, so I'm that kid in the hallway. I'm instigating all shit. I actually might show up because I know how y'all Cowboy fans show up. I know you Packer fans. Y'all gonna have the bratwursts and all that, the cheese heads. And
The
all.
cheese heads.
I'm gonna show up to that because that's like rock'em sock'em between Jerry and Micah. And this is the
Fuck all
fight
that
that
shit.
Jerry can't. Jerry, you can't fight this one.
Fuck all that shit.
You can't fight this one, Jerry. You're
Nah,
gonna have
Jerry
to
can't do nothing
stand
about
back.
this one, boy. This
Nope,
is this
you
this
can't
between
talk
him
your way
and
out
your
this
team
one.
right here.
You can't talk your way out this one.
Facts.
They gonna have
Facts.
to back up that shit. They gonna have to cash that check. You know what I mean? That you out here.
But yeah, Green Bay
We
won by
going with
3
Green. We
touchdowns. Go
going with
ahead.
Green Bay. Yeah, cause Micah gonna get 2 sacks. If I'm wrong, y'all can get
You
on me
called it.
about it. Micah getting 2, cause he
All
gonna
right, so
play.
look, real quick.
Go
Real
ahead.
quick. Do Micah have more sacks than Dak Prescott have touchdown passes?
No, no,
Okay.
no,
Okay, I was just wondering if you was willing to go that far.
nah. Because you gotta think.
Dak
Dak
might have
Prescott.
Dak may have 2 touchdown passes, and we might get a couple on the ground or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, here's the only person we left out the equation is Jordan Love, and he may throw some too.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
next game, the Jets. Next game, the Bengals and the goddamn Broncos.
I was waiting for it.
Man, come
I
on,
was
we
waiting.
see what. Not with that. Not with this. I don't.
Honestly, I
Matter
think
of
both
fact,
these
no.
scores.
Let me
Yeah.
rewind. Let me rewind. They're gonna lose this game, but they're gonna lose because of Tua. I don't like Tua. I don't like Tua's attitude. I don't like nothing. I don't like Tua's leadership. See, some
Yeah,
people
he
say
don't have that
he
quality.
say a lot of People can say whatever they want about Tariq. Tariq is a product of his position. We know how wide receivers get down. Let's stop this. Let's stop.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah, he got some personal shit on, but so is Damian Lillard and a whole bunch of motherfuckers. That come with the money. Okay?
Right.
It must be the money. Deion said it. But Tua,
No
you are a
bullshit.
horrible leader, bro. You are horrible. You saying words, bro, but ain't nothing really behind it. Because if it
Nah,
was,
for real, yo, he
again,
just saying shit.
start with the man in the mirror. Stop questioning everybody else's commitment to the team because you still throwing these same duck ass passes you was throwing your rookie year. You have not gotten any better.
So, do you think that is a product of his concussions, and he's scared now? He's hearing footsteps, if you will.
It's a product of his talent. Even if he wasn't getting concussions, he's just not the good because when he's out there playing on
I
the
mean, he
field,
don't
he's
even look
not
as sharp
concussed.
as he was
When did he look
pre-concussion.
sharp? When
He
did he look
looked pretty
sharp with the
damn sharp
Dolphins?
when both of those guys was over 1,000 yards receiving, and you know what I'm saying, he was third in passing yards. I think second in touchdown, some shit like that. Like he was balling that year. I think it was 2-3 years ago. You know what I'm saying, before the concussion. You know what I'm saying, before that main
Listen,
one and shit.
well,
But
maybe
then
so.
he had 3 since then, though. You know what I'm saying? So it's like is that
Yeah.
Could that be a
I
reason
just
that
don't
his
respect
confidence ain't the same?
his leadership is fucked up because the thing
He got
is you have
CCE,
to be
bro.
accountable. See,
Nigga don't remember.
what it's what heavy at the head that wears the crown. You the quarterback. We know how this go. When y'all win, y'all get the most credit. When you lose, you get the most
He
blame.
don't remember that.
You so stuck on whatever happened with Tariq Hill, and I'm not saying Tariq didn't say some wild shit because he
Right.
did.
Right.
But y'all making this shit lingo. Well, he ain't getting a captaincy. Bitch, you shouldn't get one the fuck neither.
Too long though. You like it's lingering too long. It's lingering too long. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's
man.
and
Tighten up,
we
soldier.
you know what I'm saying? We a full month into the season. We 4 weeks into the season at this point, bro. Let's get this shit on point. We 0-3.
Hey,
Y'all niggas,
man, fuck out of here,
y'all, y'all,
dog. You
y'all niggas want to
ass.
punish y'all best receiver by not throwing him the ball, and y'all losing because of that shit. Y'all 0-3 because of that shit.
Now, what the Dolphins need, y'all need Shador. Because Shador can beat this motherfucker out. Shador can actually see
Word.
he ain't dizzy. You throw 4 fingers, he don't see 8.
See,
Go
he
get
ain't
Shador.
dizzy.
That's who the fuck y'all need to go get. Go get Shador
You can
Sanders.
see he ain't dizzy.
Because that's the craziest thing. Of all the starting quarterbacks in the NFL,
Man,
the easiest one for Shador to probably beat out. I mean, it's politics going on in Cleveland, but you can beat that
right.
nigga in Miami out. That nigga is garbage, okay?
No doubt.
And this is what I be saying. It be false on like who guys are and how they are
Right.
because he ain't even let me go. He ain't let me do my last. He had to throw his shit up. But either or.
It's the same thing, nigga.
No, I ain't, that's cool because I ain't done with two ass. I ain't like none of that shit. I really didn't, bro. I'm like, yo, this sorry motherfucker. I should take all that tribal tattoos off your arm, bro. You man, like, are you wilding, bro? Like, take responsibility.
Bro.
He's a receiver. It's a dependent position. If you don't get him the ball, he don't perform.
That's it.
Straight up and down, bro. You the lead. Like, yo, you need to figure some of this shit out. It comes with the job, bro. If you don't like the job, Staples is hiring.
So look,
Copy and print department.
the reason why I posted my picks is because we have two different fucking teams in our picks. That's the only different. And he just swapped one of them on his low key and shit with Jacksonville at San Fran. So I had that. I actually swapped that too for my
Oh
initial
shit,
pick.
you had Jacksonville. Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
So
Oh shit.
Jacksonville, that's the ones I want. And then I actually had Miami beating goddamn
Oh,
the Jets and shit.
Yo, Thursday before the game, you had the Cardinals. How you get Seattle now?
Cat. Cat.
he ain't checked my joint, but he checked his joint. That nigga crazy.
But not it's yeah. Look, so the funny thing about it is I'm gonna show you in post, and I'm gonna put it up there for our Patreons to see. It's actually checked, but it's behind the Seahawks sign. So when I go back to edit it, all I gotta do is put it forward. And shit, I just forgot to do it. And shit, that's all. It's a check there. It's actually just behind the Seahawks
Right.
on your shit, because I just had to do that for mine before I downloaded it. Shit.
Right.
But yeah, like the only two games that we had different was Jacksonville at San Fran and the Jets at Miami. I had Miami and I had Jacksonville in those two games. I just believe that Miami is not gonna go 0-4, and I just believe that the Jets can go 1-3 before the because the Miami is not a bad team for real. I don't know what's up with them, but they're not a bad team. I know Tua ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think that they a bad team by any means for real, bro. Like no bullshit. We gonna go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and talk about one. I'm gonna talk about this fucking game real quick. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna just say this. Two of my favorite teams playing each other and shit like this. Um, I don't know who to truly root for. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I'm lying like a motherfucker. Y'all know is y'all know is Cowboys nation over here. But for real, on some real shit though, if Green Bay win, don't get mad if y'all see me in a Green Bay jersey. So that was our picks. That was our picks for the week right here. You guys want to, challenge us with y'all picks in the comments? Go ahead and do so. If you guys want to try to use our picks in y'all parlays, make sure we get some of that bread as always.
And put in the comments, Should he show up with the first ever half and half Green Bay, Dallas, Micah Parsons jersey? Put it in the comments.
Nah, y'all can't have me do that. Y'all can't have
Put it
me
in the
do that. Y'all can't have me
word.
do that. But that's our picks of
Talk.
the week. Like I said, most of the picks is the same picks except for two.
Mm-hmm.
And even
Y'all
one of
see?
those he reneged on while we was
Yes, I
doing
did.
this live and shit. So we we really only different on
Yeah.
one of them, which is the Miami and the Jets right here and shit. So
Yeah, for sure.
that was our picks of the week. You guys make sure y'all turn into first hit, first down Monday to see the
Monday
results of those
morning.
picks. Make
Yep.
sure that you guys come through and rock out with your boy every Monday morning and shit, cause you know we out here getting busy in the morning and shit. And then we got the buttons in the morning, you know what I'm saying? We got all the buttons in the morning. No bullshit, you know. And one of my favorite buttons is the boo him button. You know, we're gonna bring that we definitely bringing that over here to the Wake and Bake podcast as soon as we possibly can and shit. But bro, you had a blazing
No,
five
no,
for me
no,
this.
no, not right now. Not right now. What is the next thing? I got you.
Oh, not right now. All right, bet. We're
I
gonna
got you.
all
I
right,
got
go
you. Go.
ahead.
Go get. Go. Yep. I
I don't
got
even know what we had next after that and shit. Let me see.
you. It's live. This is what we do, y'all.
Shit. Like the only thing that we had next after that was the question of the week.
Oh, all right. Well,
Yeah,
bet.
that's the only thing we had next after that.
Okay.
So you want me to go ahead and do that?
Yeah, actually, yeah. Do the
All right, bet. You want to do the question of the week?
do the question of the
All
week.
right. And as you guys can see, the question of the week this week is what is the best sports movie ever made? That is our question of the week. And that's like and like, you know what I'm saying, celebration of what's going on in a couple of weeks are relatively soon with the Wake and Bake podcast, where we're going to be interviewing Jose Slick Perez, the
Mm-hmm.
creator of Sons of Sins on Tubi and Amazon Prime. You guys be sure to go over there and check that movie out. It's a pretty dope movie based out of Camden, New Jersey. Um,
Yes.
he's also the
Word.
author, if I'm not mistaken, of the book.
Mm-hmm.
Both parts. It's a two-part series. So hopefully we actually get a second part to the movie, and we're gonna be able to ask him that question and so much more. You guys make sure you
Right.
guys tune in next week to make sure y'all see that, or in the week after, or the week after that. It just depends on whenever we put that shit out to the public. But you guys on Patreon though, you know what I'm saying? We here with it, you know what I'm saying? Y'all understand. You know what I'm saying? Y'all understand. Y'all make sure y'all go over to Patreon, become a buddy, and y'all get early access to so much more shit, especially when it comes to the 30 Days of Horror that's coming up in October and shit. But like I said, the question of the
Okay.
week is what is the best sports movie ever made? I'm gonna answer this question first. You see, I got my basketball jersey on today, and I have been trying to hide the number on purpose just to see if anybody can guess who this jersey is and shit. So if you guys can guess who this jersey is, y'all put it down in the comments below. So the best sports movie ever made. Not my favorite, not on some biased shit, but I think objectively speaking, the best sports movie ever made. Um, I just instantly go to Remember the Titans. I instantly go, I instantly go to Remember the Titans. Coach Carter, of course, coming to mind. It's so many jokes, but me personally, if I had to say the best sports movie ever made, would probably be Little Giants. That's probably what got me into sports movies in general. Shit, damn near got me into sports for real. Like,
Okay.
that movie and shit like that. Another good one is The Sandlot too. But
Okay.
um, what you think, bro? What is the best sports movie ever made? And shit, your opinion.
Oh man, the best sports movie ever made. I'm actually going to lean towards it, and I'm going to say, Remember the Titans. Me
No
personally,
doubt,
I
no
think
doubt.
Remember the Titans is the probably one of the dopest
One
sport
of the most
movies.
quotables.
Yeah, definitely the most quotables.
Word.
Um, just really off the fact of if you guys if people can learn basically how to be on the same page, anything is possible. Basically,
No doubt.
straight
No
up
doubt.
and down. You know what I mean? That
But
But if I
that's
had
one of my
two
favorite
honorable
movies of all time.
mentions,
Yeah,
I'm
of
gonna
course.
definitely put Coach Carter in there. I enjoyed that.
Oh yeah.
So I fuck around, put the Mighty Ducks in that motherfucker.
I ain't mad at that either. I ain't mad at that either. That's a
Put
hell
the
of a
Mighty
pick. That's a hell of a
Ducks.
pull. That's a hell of a pull
Yeah,
right there. I love the Mighty Ducks too, especially the first one.
yeah.
And shit, especially the first one. But like you guys make sure y'all comment down below uh what y'all believe is the best sports movie ever made. It don't have to be any particular. It could be a fighting movie. You know what I'm saying? Boxing. Of course, y'all can say Rocky or any. You know what I'm saying? Creed or whatever. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but
All
sports
right.
movie ever made, man. One of my favorite sports movies of all time, like I said, is goddamn Remember the Titans. But I think the best sports
Mm-hmm.
movie I ever seen, especially for nostalgia purposes, is going to be Little Giants. I just had to reiterate that.
Right. All right. So I got a blazing five for you, sir.
All right, so where we going, man? Where we going with the Blazing Five?
The top five Super Bowl winning franchises. You ready?
Okay, all right, man, let's go.
Number one, I got the Dallas Cowboys. Where you putting them at?
Number two.
Mm-hmm. Number two. All right, cool. San Francisco 49ers.
Number three.
Okay, I got the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh shit. Shit. Damn.
Got his ass. I got his ass. Got him.
Number four.
Pause. New England Patriots.
Number one.
Do you want to try to guess the last one?
Uh
I got you. Don't even worry about it. The New York Giants.
I knew it was gonna be New York Giants. Number five. I was about to say New York Giants here, number five. I'm cool with that. I'm mad that I put San Fran over. Honestly, on some real shit, the Steelers should be number two.
Yeah, you put
But
Dallas too high, but that's why
I
I put
know,
it like that. But
I
go
know.
ahead.
The Steelers should be number two. Dallas should technically be like number four, low key. But I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. I think I definitely take Dallas over San Fran, and I'm taking the Steelers over San Fran too. But that's just what happens. They was named
Mm.
first. But I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that. You know what I'm saying? Fuck you in that Blazing Five though, because the way you did that. You guys make sure y'all tune in every Saturday for the Wake and Bake
Word.
podcast. Y'all never know who's gonna be here, what's gonna
Mm-hmm.
pop off, what's you know what I'm
Word.
saying, what we're gonna be showing or not showing or doing or not doing. Shit. Y'all make sure y'all come through every Saturday. Make sure y'all come through every Monday for first hit, first down. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna catch us on every platform, hopefully real soon. But the main platforms is always gonna be Facebook and YouTube. So follow us on
Yeah,
Facebook
man.
at the Wake and Bake podcast page, or you can follow me on Facebook at New Jersey Preem. Follow us on YouTube at Smoking Buzz on YouTube, and that's where all of our content is. You can watch the watch alongs, the album reactions and breakdowns and shit like that we do over there. Go over on Patreon, become a buddy, and you get so much more access to so many other things. Like I said, we got the 30 Days of Horror that's about to pop off in October, where we just
Yeah,
literally
man.
every day we sitting down, we watching a different horror movie. You know what I'm saying? We just reacting to horror every day of the year and shit. You know, that's my favorite time of the year for real. You know.
Word.
But yeah,
Yeah,
we
man.
appreciate you guys that have been rocking along with us. This show has been dope. It's been fun. I'm gonna throw the question of the week back up there before we head out, just for anybody that didn't get a chance to see that, John, and hear the question,
Right.
which is, what is the best sports movie ever made? My answer, my definitive answer is Little Giants, and bro, definitive answer would be Remember the Titans.
Yep.
We both had some honorable mentions, but you guys go ahead and put down in the comments who you think or what movie that you have as the best sports movie ever made. We ain't, neither one of us even mentioned like Friday Night Lights and shit like that. So
Nah.
there's so many dope sports movies that was made throughout history that we grew up with. Hell, to a certain extent, you consider Boys in the Hood a sports movie. But shit, he wasn't good enough. I don't think. Like even if he would have made it, like running like that, bro, you ain't have no quickness. You ain't had no quick twitch, and you boy, you couldn't flip your hips and nothing. How you supposed
He
to be a
had
wide
no
receiver,
he ain't had no line. They blew that thing blew right through. He ain't had no
bro?
line.
How
If he
you
had a
going to
line,
but how you gonna be a wide receiver? You can't. You know what I'm saying?
he was a running back, man. He was a
Getting in
running
and
back.
out your breaks. How you a
He was a
running back?
running back.
You can't move left or right.
I need
You know,
blocks. I need blocks. I need blocks, bro. You gotta have blocks. Gotta see where. I gotta
no
see where it's
bullshit.
coming from. He obviously
No
didn't see where it
bullshit.
was coming from.
No
God freaky
let's
ass.
smoke. Shit, we just finished the smoke, bro. And I appreciate you coming through too. I appreciate you coming through. Make sure you hear this week for the season finale of Sons of Anarchy that's showing up on YouTube because that's we already into season 2 over on Patreon. So you guys make sure you go over on Patreon and you know what I'm saying, fuck with your boy. But on YouTube, the season finale is dropping this week, man. And I ain't gonna front, bro. I am hooked on this series. You one of the people that got me hooked on this series and shit.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying my hardest not to watch as many episodes a day as I really want to, for real. Shit, like, but man, we
I can dig
appreciate you
it.
guys. You guys, especially over there on Patreon. This is our first time going live on Patreon. Hopefully, everything worked over there. But for all our YouTube watchers, for all our Facebook watchers, Twitch, wherever you watching from, wherever you coming from,
Mhm.
we appreciate you guys. Peace and love as always. And we about to get up out of here, bro. You got anything to say?
Nah, man. Well, you know what the hashtag is.
Yes, sir. Remember, stay fried, my friends. We are gone.